So I'm going to give you the key to a balanced life right out of the gate. Ready? The key to a balanced life is realizing that balance is a myth. I often hear it said that the key to happiness and fulfillment is a balanced life. A balanced diet, the perfect ratio of carbs to protein, fruits and vegetables, the balance of diet and exercise, cardio and weightlifting, balanced time with family, work, hobbies, or balanced finances or investment portfolios if you do that. But all of this pressure can feel like you're trying to balance these plates of balls while trying to balance on top of a ball. And sooner or later, they're all going to come crashing down if we maintain this mentality. So I'm going to actually say that the key to an unhappy and unfulfilled life is always striving for balance. Because a perfect or sustained balance, it's a myth. There's no such thing. It's a leprechaun, a unicorn, a Bigfoot, for some of you. But balance is a moving target that will lead you to exhaustion and overwhelm and unfulfillment. Because you can never attain or arrive at balance because it looks different, from year to year, month to month, even day to day. Even if you could achieve it temporarily, it can change from one day to the next, depending on your circumstances. There are different seasons and factors in our lives that require different things from us. So here's a few things to consider. And number one, it's what I've already covered, and that's sustained balance. It's a myth. So free yourself from that exhausting expectation and perfection. Another thing is remember that the same thing applies to not only you, but your spouse, your children, and everyone else around you, your coworkers, your boss, pastor, and other leaders. So be mindful of your expectations of others and realize that everyone can't operate at the same capacity all the time. No one can. Another thing to remember is my sense of balance is different from someone else's. It's different from yours. And one of the quickest ways to sabotage yourself is comparing yourself to others. How do they do everything they do? I could never do that. But each of us, we have our own lives, our own circumstances, obligations. We're each on our own journey, and we also evolve at different paces. So here's the alternative to balance seeking. Rather than striving for balance, seek to be in a regular state of ebb and flow, which are the rhythms of life. It's a state of being adaptable based on your needs or your limitations as it relates to the ebb and flow of life, because life is ever changing. That's not going to change. Therefore, we need to respond by being flexible and adaptable. And here are the keys to do that. Number one, it's being aware of the season that you're in. Is it busy and hectic? Is it demanding too much of your time? Is that a common thread all the time, which is in of itself something to recognize? Is it a slow season or an in-between season? And number two, be attuned to your mental, physical, and spiritual health and its related symptoms. Stop and take a self-inventory. What state of mind are you in? How is your mood and attitude? What symptoms are you having in your body? How is your body responding to stress? And where are you spiritually, and how could that be contributing to your current state of mind? And number three, make adjustments. Make adjustments based on your needs while considering the needs of others. Do you need to rest more and start saying no more? Or do you need to pick yourself up and get moving in a purposeful and a more hopeful direction? Or do you need to provide a little extra support for your spouse or someone who's in a season of overwhelm? Or maybe it's just that you need to ask help from someone. Because we're all We all need a break, and we could all use a break from time to time. And it's important to recognize that we're all trying to navigate this life the best that we can. So I hope this was helpful concerning balance and just being more in a state of ebb and flow. Hey everybody, if you found this informative, insightful, or inspiring in any way, hit the subscribe button. Thanks.